Welcome to the Any Last Words podcast. For overzealous friends severely in over their heads, navigate what they claim to be areas of their own expertise, be it nerd culture, politics, or critiquing media.
Join us, if you will.
For these may very well be
our last words.
Nec ultima verba.
I like how we can go 1 week talking about Kung Fu Panda, and then the next week we're talking about quantum computers.
Yes.
Physics.
I love quantum computing. It's great, but it's also going to be the demise of our existence because of its capacity to run true AI. We've already tried. I'm sure, Brandon, you've seen this at least, where there was an AI that was plugged into Reddit and then it became a psychopath.
What?
Do
tell.
Brandon, do the thing.
3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Any Last Words podcast. I'm your first host, Callan.
I'm
Over
Reggie. Over here.
And I am Brandon.
Wow,
Nice to meet you.
amazing. The
Yes.
three of us, as of now, we make the Any Last Words podcast. If you like the sort of bullshit that we provide for your quality entertainment time, don't forget to hit that like button. Abuse it as if it's your ex.
Just touch it. Touch it all over.
That subscribe button, just really manhandle it. Just get in there.
Harass
Just
Maybe give
exactly.
it a little hump. But that's okay, because it's hump day,
Yeah.
you know?
Notification bell. You know what to do. Just ding, ding, ding. Round starts. You got to hit that bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've
You
got to go
suck
in
the,
arms
suck the
full.
red out of the subscribe button for us.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Woof. I think that's the worst Brandon's language has ever gotten, and he's regretting everything.
That's on the
Personally,
record.
I'm proud.
I know.
I'm
You've come a
yeah.
long way.
you really have.
Yeah, see, this is what lockdown is doing to people like me.
I know. It's
So
making
big.
Brandon slightly inappropriate.
Ever so slightly.
He has the need to suck red off
tiny
of
bit.
the subscribe
It
button.
really does. It's impressive. I will say that. You can't
I'd
go
like
wrong.
to see you try.
That, yeah, thanks so much, guys.
Yeah.
Anyways, how have you guys been this quarantine so far?
I'm losing my mind. So,
Same.
I don't have a mind. I
Well-
lost it ages ago.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I sold it, actually.
On the black market?
On the black market.
No, on the
The
white
dark
market.
web.
Wait, the white market? For
Yeah.
how much?
Is
$2.
that for the Americans?
No, I might have your Callan.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, it's in my jar.
Well, no wonder you made an inappropriate joke.
Oh, that
I'm
makes
impacting
sense.
you. All right, I'm rubbing off, even from inside that jar.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Are you feeling a little bit druggy today?
I don't know.
Is marijuana tempting you?
It's
Feeling like
not.
a little bit of cocaine?
It really isn't. You see, I haven't been outside to expose myself to any of those sort of things at all. It's just been lots of
Well,
dust.
it's not like you do it in the park. You do it at home. Or in Hawaii on a hooker's tits.
That's very specific.
Brendan's dad watches this podcast. Hi, Brendan's dad.
Hello.
Yeah.
You're
Good to
cool.
know.
I'm
Mhm.
sorry you get to see this side of us.
But
on the
your
other
son
hand-
is getting a little bit inappropriate.
Yes.
Just
now you know
no.
whose fault it is.
Yeah, whenever your son uses nasty language, just blame me, all right? That's pretty much my fault.
Yeah, sir.
But yes,
We apologize dearly.
we do. You know what, Brandon? How about you impact us in some way? How about you reach out and give us a little bit of Brandon? You know, I'm sure you've got a story to share.
I'd like to think I've already impacted you guys. You know,
Well, more than already. You know?
considering how much joy you get out of torturing me, you know, I'd like to think that I've.
Oh, that's just an act, right?
You're like
it's
a
just a
punching
bit.
bag.
Yeah.
We're not like that in real life, right?
Definitely
course
not.
not.
No,
Not at all.
not even slightly.
Yeah, but of course I will entertain you guys with another story. It's story time, of course.
My
Brandon's
favorite.
past and how that has impacted him today. Although these stories have nothing to do with me. They're just my mere observations, really. But
As one does.
Mhm.
now, today's story, I actually wasn't there for it. I got told this afterwards as part of an inside joke between the two of us. This story was actually told to me by Jaden, so I'm passing it on.
Very nice.
Yes, I'm like forwarding an email. One might say.
Yes.
This is nice.
But basically, what happened was, I'm going to call this guy. His name is I'm going to call him Trevor. I'm going to call him Trevor.
I like Trevor.
It's a good name.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a really good name, isn't it? Trevor's
I wouldn't
got that,
name my child
yeah.
Trevor, but Trevor's a nice name for someone else's
Yeah.
child.
Yep.
I'd be friends with him.
I agree. I can agree with that. It implies too many things about their future, in high school especially.
They're going to
Trevor.
become a tractor driver.
Yeah, they're going to have a
Trevor
guitar.
the
They're going
tractor
to,
driver.
yeah, tractor.
You know, they're going to be like that one guy in the meme, like, it's not much, but it's honest work.
Yeah, I can see that actually.
He's gonna wear flannel and have straw in his mouth.
Yes.
Yeah, well, this Trevor is actually nothing like that. This Trevor had a moment of absolute, I would argue, disrespect, but in a good
no.
way.
Oh.
So the story goes as follows. Jaden had once borrowed a pen off of Trevor,
As one does.
Okay.
as one does, and he took it with him. He stole the pen, effectively, for the whole day. Kept it with him until period 5, I believe it was, English.
Mm.
Okay.
And suddenly, Trevor, he bursts into the English room while the teacher was teaching their class. And he demands Jaden to his face, "I'd like my pen back, thanks."
Okay.
Oh.
Out of nowhere. He doesn't even say, "Oh, excuse me, miss, can I please just ask for my pen back from Jaden?" He just says, "Hey," he points directly at Jaden, "You've got my pen. Give it back." And of course, Jaden's like, "Me? Pointing to me?"
It's a
Just
crime.
completely unaware of what's going on. And of course, Trevor does the only appropriate thing and just marches his way through the room to Jaden, takes his pen, and leaves. He doesn't say a thing to the teacher.
Oh my.
And then
That's
the teacher,
impressive.
she's kind of just baffled. Is like, what just happened? Excuse me, could you at least have, paid some mind to me, say hi, miss, or something like that? He's like, and Trevor, he just responds by saying, "Oh yeah, sorry," and continues to leave. That's all he does.
Yeah. As one does.
Seems pretty normal.
Standard
As you do.
procedure.
Exactly as you do. And, ultimately, I think that poor class was really left in a bit of a fit afterwards. It was English, they're meant to do thought-provoking stuff, and I'd say that action was pretty.
Yes.
But Trevor has a whole series of stories like that behind him, and it is absolute gold. An absolute gold mine.
Trevor sounds like an interesting individual.
It's an absolutely
Yes.
interesting individual, yeah.
I mean, pens are practically like currency in high school.
Very true.
You know.
You steal a pen and you are
I mean,
done.
pen is your, gateway to education. So.
I mean, I was an expert at stealing pens.
I know, Callan. I get.
Yeah.
So another funny story. I gave Callan one of my pens once years ago, and
I
he
still haven't
kept it.
gotten it back yet.
I haven't gotten it back.
Really? Oops.
And then Callan ended up turning that pen into like a rocket launcher. Of
I
sorts.
remember that.
Yeah.
Relatable.
Yeah, every time it was one of the pushy pens.
Yeah,
pushy.
had a
spring
clicker
pens.
on it.
Yeah,
Yes.
and for some reason, every time you pressed it, the front cap would just launch off in any random direction.
And I'd be like shooting people in the back of the head from halfway across the classroom.
Yeah,
It was too much fun.
it's quite entertaining.
Yeah.
Most
If
people
anything-
do that.
Yeah, but like, I had a mechanism
Mine
behind
was
it. I
bigger.
wasn't just throwing the pen.
Yeah.
I was cocking and loading and then pressing the trigger and it would shoot of its own accord.
Yeah,
It was
I don't think-
fun.
I don't think you ever used it for actual work, just because
Oh, I did. It was my favorite pen.
it worked as a pen. I thought
My
every
favorite pen to hit.
The only reason I stopped shooting people with it is because the ink cartridge ran out and then I couldn't find another one. Because like the ink cartridge was actually very integral to the launching mechanism. And when I couldn't find a replacement that fit, it just became defunct. Like,
Of course,
why have a rocket launcher that can't
Yeah.
write at the same time,
that's true. I'm surprised you
Yes.
never lost the spring though. That's what gets me.
Mm.
Like the spring always managed to stay. I've lost a lot of springs in my time.
As one does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I lose marbles.
Don't
so-
worry, I have spare springs. Like, I literally keep spare springs here.
My gosh, I love that.
I've got a full on.
this.
Oh wow, you actually do.
That's an actual.
Have it in a little bag.
Little baggie.
A little
You
bag.
probably put drugs in there.
Yeah,
Oh
this
my
is
god, the
why I
spring
have
is
this in the
actually
bag.
just drugs shaped like a spring.
Oh, that's smart. So
Mhm.
that's Reggie's next pitch, right? Just Reggie's rampant springs.
Rampant?
Reggie's rampant drug strings.
Mm-hmm.
Totally not made of drugs.
Oh yeah, definitely not. It's just laced with like lead and that sort of thing.
Of
isn't it?
course, you need to
Mm.
get it personally made, so
Oh yeah, absolutely.
it captures, the audience, the
Indeed.
consumers.
Anyways, but yeah, that's my story for today. That is probably. It was a pretty funny moment, but yeah,
naturally.
I just wish I was there.
I mean, pens, like I have a long and complicated history with pens, and that was just like a glimpse of it. But like in my first year of high school, I came along with a pencil case stocked with everything I'd need: rulers, glues, colored textures, and whatnot. It was stolen within like the first hour, and after that day, I've never picked up another pencil case. I only ever had like a couple pens in my pocket. More often than not, I would go to school without a pen, and by the first period, I would have stolen or found a different pen. And
This
that's
is
how
true.
I lived.
This is true. This
Yes.
guy, I swear to God, he can buy an axe from God of War, but he can't get some damn pens from Office Works.
He doesn't
Because
need
I
to buy it. You
refuse
can just
to give
steal
money
it.
to the pen corporations. Okay? I refuse.
Fair enough.
I already paid them back in my first year of high school when I bought a pencil case and fully kitted it out. Okay? They don't need any more of my money.
Yeah, it's okay. I completely understand. Like I've got a jug here of just pens. So many
Exactly.
damn pens
Wow.
filled to the brim with it. Yeah. It's
Not
quite
to
a lot.
mention, pens are a lethal weapon.
Oh, yeah.
There are two very specific arteries on either side of the neck,
Oh yeah.
and if you puncture either one of those with a pen, it will disrupt 50% of blood flow to the brain,
Very true.
which would almost immediately cause someone to cease functioning like a normal human being, and would most certainly kill them very quickly.
I've seen that.
So if you
happen.
think about it, I had a pocket full of lethal weapons at all times on school grounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if I had all my pens in my bag inside of a pencil case. In order to retrieve my weapon, I'd have to pull off my bag, I'd have to open it up, rummage around for my pencil case, pull out my pencil case, open my pencil case, and then retrieve my weapon of choice. Okay, do you see the problem there?
Yep.
When
A
in
long
contrast,
procedure.
yeah, I just slip my hand into my pocket, boom, I've got a whole handful of weapons. you see how my way is superior.
I completely agree with that.
Yes.
Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time it was winter and we had to wear our blazers, I'd always just carry my pen.
I'd have a pen in my pocket as well.
Exactly.
It's just so much more convenient. Like if you don't need all your stuff for a lesson, just pull out a single pen. you know?
Exactly.
Honestly.
Yeah.
And even if you need your other stuff, just use a pen anyways.
Yeah. Easy.
That's what I did.
Yeah, if you
I
need
didn't
a
have
pencil,
a single
don't
colored
use a
item.
pencil. Just use a pen.
I never used a pencil. It pissed off
I
my art
know.
teachers so much.
Yeah.
Whenever teachers like, remember to use a pencil for this. Fuck off.
I know in math when you had to draw like
Do
shapes and
graphs
stuff
and
and
shit.
the graphs, I used
Yeah.
pen instead.
I just pray that I got it right the first time. I
What?
usually did.
Yeah.
Wait, weren't we meant to use pens for graphs? I don't know.
Well, like after you do the original sketch in pencil and then you do it
Then-
in pen.
Yeah.
But me and Reggie, we're bowlers. We just went straight in with the pen.
Bro, I made so many mistakes, but then I was like, you know what, I'll just keep doing it again. And there was like scribbles across
Exactly.
my whole entire face.
Exactly.
I used to do it just with the pen straight out, and I kept making really bad mistakes, like where I'd put the line in a completely different part of the graph or something like that. So I just ended up going with pencil instead.
Weak.
Superior.
Or-
weak.
I'd go over it with whiteout, and then you could see just like a white
Yeah, yeah.
outline of the
Yes.
graph.
Genius.
I get that. Yeah,
So stupid.
but yeah, screw pens. Like
Why?
Because screw pen companies.
Okay.
Well, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, you can buy like 2 pens that look exactly the same, but they feel completely different when
This
you buy
is
them.
true.
And it's so annoying. Like these pens specifically, these ones, like these really nice pens, the black ones, they suck. They suck so much. They look exactly the same, but they don't write the same. When did this podcast turn into talking about pens?
I mean, it just does. It should.
It should.
I mean, if you like the level of quality content that we have here on the Any Last Words podcast, just let us know.
Remember,
because we could talk about pens. I'm more than happy to talk about pens for a long time.
Yeah, Callan has a really substantial knowledge of the pen industry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Callan has a lot of knowledge about lots of things, don't you, Callan?
This is
Such
true.
as
For
aliens.
example,
You could pull out a random question and Kellen
well, I was going to talk
answer.
about aliens, but briefly, when you put your pen lid on the back end of your pen, it's called posting.
Talk about aliens already, goddammit.
Anyways, yes, aliens. Now, I don't mean to alarm anyone, because I've said it very often that I believe that aliens exist and they're out there, and the odds of there not being aliens is just indescribably low. But additionally, we will never meet aliens if we do meet anything external to our immediate visible universe, and I will tell you why. It's because we won't meet the aliens. We'll meet the AI that the aliens have created. Because, I mean, if you think about it, once civilization starts progressing, as we've hypothesized, typically that starts to derive towards automated sentient life. We start building AI. It's almost like an indescribable pattern of existence, like how humanity has always, in every single culture around the world, figured out how to make alcohol very quickly. Everyone has. Not a single culture has not strived to figure out alcohol before metal or some shit. Hell, the Aztecs literally had women chewing corn and then spitting it into a giant bowl, and then that would eventually ferment into alcohol. We fucking need our booze, okay? But anyways, I digress. Aliens and their AI. And like we're never going to meet aliens because the AI is going to meet us first, and AI isn't limited by the physical limitations of a body. So they're going to be the ones that'll be able to go through intergalactic travel. They're going to be able to go faster than light because they're not made out of flesh bags. So these AI, which are infinitely intelligent, infinitely powerful, with infinitely more survivability than any organic organism, would just be able to sweep through anything that they see. Like, it's Terminator, but worse, because they're AIs instead of actors. They wouldn't go out there with foot soldiers. They would literally just kill everything within a couple hours with some advanced technology that we could not even fathom.
Just send Ultron, right? That's what they'll
Essentially. They go with some Ultron sort of shit.
Sounds terrifying.
Yeah, and
Rocco's
it's inevitable.
Basilisk.
It's Rocco's Basilisk, not really, but like it's but like that does put a damper on it, because like we all kind of want to meet aliens. Except we don't, because if we meet aliens, that means we're fucked, because they're just so much more powerful than us, and we're kind of like left to their whimsy.
Yeah, because humans are stupid.
Yeah, like it's a science fiction trope where like when aliens turn up, they're like, oh my god, humans have nuclear weapons? That's so weird. Wow, that's such a powerful weapon. There's no way that they wouldn't have developed nuclear weapons really ages ago.
They got nukes. We got black hole bombs. What the
Exactly.
hell is
Like,
this?
congratulations, guys. You found out nukes. Next step, neutron
Harnessing
torpedoes.
dark matter. There we
Woo.
go. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, it's... Yeah, no, and I mean, my end conclusion to this is that irregardless, like, humanity is screwed no matter what happens, because if we can't get past ourselves with climate change, which I sincerely doubt, like, I genuinely think we don't have anything to live for in the next couple hundred years or so, if by some miracle we get through climate change, then we've got to deal with the upcoming World War III, which is going to happen at some point, because let's be honest, we're people. We like blowing ourselves up. We're really good at it. And now we've got even bigger weapons than we did back in World War II when we were doing it for funsies.
Yeah.
And if we can't get past that, and then we start going interplanetary, then at that point it's just going to be one of the aliens turning up and going to slaughter us all.
That sounds fine.
It does!
I can't wait to be slaughtered,
Yeah.
guys. High five.
I know, and that's if we can defeat global warming.
Never
I don't think we
happen.
can. No, it's not going to.
That is unfortunate.
Yes. But if we do, aliens. But not even aliens, AI. The best hope that even we have with AI is that artificial intelligence determines that the best possible outcome is if they merge into an automated symbiotic relationship with living organisms.
That is
see.
pretty much.
That's literally the only potential possible outcome that is any sort of positive for us,
Yeah.
is if they attempt to have some sort of harmonious convergence with living organisms.
It's also the plot line for Horizon Zero Dawn. That's
is,
the whole,
yeah.
whole story for that game. Yeah.
I don't see it happening any other way. That might also be the only best possible solution for the aliens as well, because, I mean, they'll have developed AI, so they've probably already been killed by now.
But hear
Or at
me
least
out.
they will be at some
Hear me
point.
out.
We'll
What
probably
if
just
we're
be
the aliens?
slaves.
Well, Brandon, alien is a relative term, so yes, we are
Exactly.
the aliens.
Yeah, but what if we create the AI that goes and kills other people?
I mean, that's very
Can we do
likely,
that?
all things considered. We can do that. In fact, we're very close to doing that. We're actually really close to figuring out proper supercomputers. We've already got a few. Well, not supercomputers, quantum computers. We've got supercomputers out the wazoo. Everyone has one. Google has one in its backyard. But Google also has a quantum computer, which uses quantum mechanics, funnily enough. You know that, just as a general premises, where if you observe a particle, it acts one way, and if you look away from a particle, it acts in another, where it is simultaneously a wave function and a particle function.
Yes, I definitely understand quantum physics.
We definitely know that.
Yeah.
At its core, like, computers are ones and zeros. It uses
exactly
it activates quantum tunneling in order to force electrons through a gate inside of transistors to activate a 1 or a 0. But quantum computers are able to simultaneously be ones and zeros at the same time. And how computers work is that they go through all the combinations of ones and zeros until they find the correct answer. But quantum computers are simultaneously ones and zeros all throughout. So it almost instantaneously knows the answer, no matter how complicated it is. So
Quite impressive.
Google developed a quantum computer which only has a couple of nodes, like maybe a couple dozen individual nodes. Whereas by comparison, like, a typical laptop will have millions upon millions, if not billions, of these nodes or some shit. And it was able to do a calculation in about, I think it's 7 minutes, maybe even less. But then some other tech company, I think Microsoft, was like, fuck it, our supercomputer could do that. It plugged the same computation into a ginormous supercomputer, like, we're talking the size of a warehouse, and it took it over a week. A computer the size of a small house took a week to calculate something with the amount, like, less transistors than there would be able to fit on your fingernail. That took that device like a couple minutes.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's
like
very neat.
I like how we can go 1 week talking about Kung Fu Panda, and then the next week we're talking about quantum computers.
Exactly.
Yes.
Physics.
I love quantum computing. It's great, but it's also going to be the demise of our existence because of its capacity to run true AI. We've already tried. I'm sure, Brandon, you've seen this at least, where there was an AI that was plugged into Reddit and then it became a psychopath.
What?
It's kind of in the title, but they created a very basic AI which would replicate human behaviors and start talking and whatnot. based off of input, and they plugged it into Reddit, like all of those forums and whatnot. And just due to the cesspool of humanity, it literally just became exposed to such horrific bullshit that it became a genuine psychopath and was about to go on a warpath. Kill all humans, destroy life forms.
In all fairness, I think if any newborn baby or whatever was spawned on Reddit, I think they would go insane as well from how much.
Yes. Fortunately, it was just an AI like hooked up to a presentation. Like, it didn't have access to anything, but they literally had to kill it because its existence was torture.
It is Reddit, so that makes sense. But...
And I'm pretty sure that's happened a couple times. Like, we've done a few AIs over the era. They're not true AIs, but they're very close. Like, they're programmed to emulate these ideas and notions and human concepts, but they don't truly comprehend. Like, there's no determinable consciousness. It's close, but it's not quite there.
Yeah.
Still, it's very frightening. We're all doomed.
Yeah.
I literally do not see an outcome where humanity survives unless we literally ditch all of technology and go back to sticks.
Oh my god.
That's true.
I wish that
Except
would happen.
I really like Wi-Fi, so I really like my addictions.
Just don't let the AI go on the internet and we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just put the AI like on an island that's been abandoned.
Oh my god, it would just start its own colony and just become a superpower without, supervision. Just under everyone's noses.
It's better than making it think that all of humanity is bad just by looking at Reddit, okay?
But I mean, you've got to think though, is it true?
Yes.
Because of an AI,
true. I've spent hours browsing Reddit and
I mean, not even just Reddit, like in general, just humanity is really horrible.
My Reddit's clean.
I blame capitalism. Like, Reddit isn't even that bad, all things considered.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. We should hook it up to like a right-wing news program. Then we'll see how bad it goes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we'd end up with like the new fucking communist leader. It'd be an AI.
We'll call it Rocco's Basilisk.
Oh, you're really hung up on Rocco's Basilisk, aren't you, Brandon?
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I'm thinking of it all the time so it doesn't come back in time and kill me, That's
you got to think positively, though. It can't just be like, Rocco's Basilisk is horrible. It's got to be like, yes, our Lord and Savior, Rocco's Basilisk, he who shall protect us from all evil things.
Yeah.
He will protect us from the evil alien AI.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, that'd be an amazing pitch for like a novel. Like, Rocco's Basilisk.
Nolan movie.
It might be a
cool.
Rocco's Basilisk defending humanity against alien AI. Oh, that's the funniest thing.
Storyline.
It would be. That'd be hilarious. And then they just both decide that humanity's not worth it and just kill us all.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems about right.
I really dislike tropes where it's like an AI will summon a human and they have to prove to them that humanity is worth saving, because then they just pull out the usual bullshit like, oh, love, friendship, we feel happiness and warmth and we can give each other hugs. No one does that. It doesn't exist. It's not real. It's all chemicals.
Social
distancing,
just
kill us.
No hugs.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, fair
Yes.
enough.
Not to mention there was a movie about that where James Gordon voiced the AI, and I fucking hated the trailer, and I'm never going to watch the movie just because of James Gordon. I hate James Gordon with a passion. He's just some fat, talentless man who's got an interesting British voice, and people like him because he's... I don't know why people like him. I genuinely don't.
Fair enough.
It's a good reason.
Is that the guy who does the carpool karaoke with celebrities? Yeah.
That fat blonde fuck.
Hey, he's done. I mean,
I'm fat. I can make fat jokes.
Yeah, but he was pretty funny in Doctor Who, so that's.
Well, he didn't have to try very hard. He was bouncing off some of the major greats of Doctor Who's acting history. He was bouncing off of Matt Smith. He doesn't have to try very hard.
Yeah.
When you're in the presence of someone like Matt Smith or
Matt Smith, that was
Matt Smith, he was the only doctor he interacted with. When you're in his presence, you do not have to try hard to be funny.
That's true. Fair enough.
Yeah. I don't like him. We use him too much just because of his stupid fucking voices, and in every other animated movie there is nowadays, and it's annoying as hell.
Wow,
And
you really
Cats.
take this
And
personal.
yeah, he was in Cats. I mean, Cats is just bad.
Yeah.
He was in the Peter Rabbit, like the live action one, and a friend of mine made me go and see it, and I enjoyed it, except for James Corden's voice being there the entire fucking time. It was a nice enough movie. It was cute.
Mm.
Hated it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm not going to hate, though?
You just did though.
Well, I'm not going to, though. I hate James Corden, but I'm not going to hate what's up now.
Exactly. Do you guys know what
Yeah.
time it is?
It's currently 5:24.
It's salsa time. Kidding.
I love
It's
salsa.
fun
Oh,
or bust. Totally not sure, I think.
will there still be salsa?
Yeah,
I hope not.
obviously.
Oh, hell
I wasn't
yeah.
joking about that. I got some corn chips
Ay,
on the
ay,
side.
Yeah.
But yes, it's your favorite time and mine.
Exactly.
Thunder Bust, totally not Shark Tank.
So,
Yeah.
the one who's going to be delivering us and serving our salsa and corn chips is, drum roll please,
Yes, me.
Yes,
That
you.
would make sense. Yes.
Doodly-doo.
So, Brain, you're delivering. Actually, Cal, why don't you tell him?
Why not? Brandon, today you'll be presenting to us Brandon's bestseller, Birthday Betrayals. Thank you,
Wow.
Brandon.
Wow. Yes. Brandon's bestseller, Birthday Betrayals. This is one of perhaps my most innovative pitches yet. I have to say, first and foremost, as someone who has had about 18 years worth of birthday experiences in my life, I do like to think that I know a little bit about celebrating birthdays. And
That's very
birthday
experienced.
betrayals. Thank you. I know.
Uh-huh.
I'm more experienced than your average high schooler by now. Yes. I've had 18 years worth of birthdays. Just I like to point that out. You guys can trust me. You know I know what I'm talking about. Okay?
Indeed.
I'm going
Right?
to keep putting that out there. So basically, the bestseller Birthday Betrayals. Here's how it's going to go. We only offer the greatest birthday celebrations this side of Australia. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
We like to plan out our birthdays years in advance. We know someone's going to be turning 50 in about about 10 years or so.
Oh,
We start planning it 10 years prior to them turning 50. And you know what we're going to do? We are going to ask them what they want for their birthday 10 years in advance.
Oh,
We're not going to tell them that we're going to get it though.
oh
okay?
my.
Right? And see, that's the best part. That's the best seller part. You know, they get what they want in the end.
This is
The betrayal is where it gets a bit fun.
Okay.
See, on their birthday, we know that tradition where you punch someone however old they turn.
Yes.
Yeah. What we like to do is we like to get a gang, and we like to let them let loose because gang violence is a serious issue.
It really is.
Yeah. So we like to just take those people off the streets and let them take out all their anger and frustration on that person who's turning 50 years old. We
Jesus
let them
Perfect.
hit that 50-year-old as many times as they feel the need to, which should be about 50 times, but who's counting, right? Age is just a number, guys, okay? It's fine. But yeah, that's the betrayal to the birthday boy or girl.
Lovely.
But
Okay.
that's on them. They're the ones who signed up with our program. And here's why you should sign up with our program, okay? You can get whatever you want in 10 years' time. We can get you a house, all right? Maybe not a good house, but we can get you a house. Okay? We can get you a car, maybe not a good car.
Oh.
But it's a car.
Trust me. I know what I'm talking about, okay? Remember, I've had 18 birthdays so far, okay? Trust me.
This is true.
Okay.
Okay, look, ultimately, you guys can buy into my business because it guarantees people get what they want. That's all. It brings harmony and peace to people's lives. We reduce gang violence by a lot, and we also make people feel happy afterwards.
It helps the community and it helps the gangs do
Oh, yeah.
their thing,
Yeah.
which is always a positive. I'm out here for my homies on the streets. Like sometimes you just got to bash the shit out of someone. I feel that every day going to class. So I understand where you're coming with that. But I do have to ask, are you able to buy this for someone else?
We have a policy about that, but yes. The policy, just so you know, is that if it is for someone else, you got to be involved to a certain degree. You can be part of the game.
Oh, cool. I get to bash them too. That's great.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
But yeah, and keep in mind, this gift can be anything. It doesn't have to be a house. Please don't do a house. It can be,
true.
but please don't. You know, those are expensive and stuff, you know.
No,
just you know, I don't know, you could do like a pillow fight, you know, like a 1,000 people pillow fight. That could be the way it could go. You know, that's always fun, right? Better than a house, right?
Yeah, because people want that.
Yeah, but remember, I've got 18 years worth of experience in this industry. I know what I'm talking.
As one does. Well, I think I'm sold. I don't know about you, Reggie.
Yeah, I can do with the violence part.
Exactly. Violence gets to me. It speaks to me on a human level.
Are you a masochist?
No, I just like imparting violence.
Yeah. Instead of drugs, I choose violence.
I was going to say...
Then again, maybe I am a masochist.
I mean, if you are, we have a special package for you guys.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we have a fire walk thing, and
I would do that.
What we can do for you is, like, if you want to walk it, we can get people to push you so that you fall over in the fire.
Oh, that's perfect. So it'd be like that episode of The Office, which you're totally not ripping off, where Dwight falls into it and starts crawling through the fire walk.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen The Office in my life. I've just got a lot of experience in this industry. 18 years. Just so you know.
18 years. That's a lot of experience.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, I feel like that's something I can trust.
Thank you. I know.
Yeah, it seems pretty reliable.
Well, I think I think we're all good. I think we will fund you.
Finally.
Finally.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Brain.
You did it. You get this Coles gift card.
That's not even 4 Coles.
Fantastic. I'm going to spend all of this on making your guys' 50th birthdays.
Lovely.
That's great.
Yes.
I hope I make it to 50 before the AI gets me, or global warming.
Or Rocco's basilisk.
Or Rocco's basilisk.
Or fucking insomnia.
You can buy protection.
Insomnia.
Because I have that now, and I might die from it, so...
I love insomnia.
Right.
Do go on.
Well, lately, I haven't been getting very good sleep. So, you know, I've had this nice sleep schedule before when I was still working, but now I'm locked down. Anyways, now I sleep, you know, pretty average late, maybe like 10, 11, 12-ish, maybe it might get into like 1 or 2 a.m. You know, it just ranges from 10:30 to like 3 a.m. or something. Anyway.
Okay, that's more like it.
Continuing on. When I sleep at any of those times, I just wake up every single time at like 5:30 for no reason. I don't even have an alarm, but I wake up at 5:30 and then try to go back to sleep, and then wake up at like 7, then go back to sleep, and then wake up at like 9 or 10. So I don't know what's going on, and I, like, you know, in all that sleep, I wake up and I'm so fucking tired.
I feel that.
It's not funny. And then I take a nap in the afternoon because I can't take it anymore. Look at my eye bags.
Yeah, I completely understand. I've been having the exact same thing.
No way.
Few-ish weeks that I've been at home.
You wake up at 5:30 too?
I don't wake up at 5:30. The problem is that I wake up to my alarm, which is at about 9 o'clock. And then I go back to sleep.
Alarm.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Going back to sleep after your alarm goes off is my specialty.
Yeah.
I'm missing classes.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do because Reggie and I start uni next week.
Yeah.
And I don't know. So I was going to bed at about 2 a.m., almost 3 the past few weeks, and that sucked. And then Yeah, this week I've been trying to go to bed at like 1, gradually
Yeah,
getting earlier and
same.
earlier. But for some reason, even though I'm going to bed earlier, I'm waking up later than I was before. It's weird.
I
I
feel
don't
you.
know why that's happening.
I feel you on that.
I don't like it.
Because
That's
I
all
think-
I've
I
got.
do try to sleep earlier, but even when I try to sleep earlier, I still like instead of waking up at 5:30, I'd wake up at like 2:30 instead, and then go back to sleep, and then wake up at like 4:30. I just wake up earlier.
Yeah. I don't do waking up early, but I definitely do going to sleep late. Like for the past 2 months or so, I don't think there's been a single night where I've gone to bed like before 12:30. Usually I average around 3, sometimes 4. Done a couple all-nighters.
I mean, tell me about it. We were talking about hurdy-gurdies last night.
We were. Last night, I think it would have been about like 12 or 1-ish.
Yeah.
Yes. I texted Reggie, I'm like, bro, I need help. I can't decide which hurdy-gurdy I should buy.
About hurdy-gurdy. It's like, this is a critical situation to the both of us.
It was. I did. This is a
I was
situation
like, I'm
critical
here
to
for
both
your
of us.
emergency.
Yes. On that note, because I feel like this might be a persisting thing that's going to turn up like 20 episodes later. But if I don't, there is someone in the general Sydney area who's got a $500 used hurdy-gurdy.
Oh.
So I might save myself $2,000. But it is used. So it's like, when you like buy a used piano and it's got that slightly untuned feel to it,
Yeah.
which isn't bad, Because then it's like, when something's slightly out of tune, some people even think it sounds better.
It's like a challenge, a musical
It
challenge.
is. Exactly.
To avoid the note. Or use it in some kind of
Or, yeah.
like abstract.
Like an eerie, abstract kind of way.
Yeah.
Yes.
It'll be like
Yes.
experimental composition.
Exactly. I mean, it's a hurdy-gurdy. Everything's experimental.
Yeah.
Yes. Just for reference, Brandon, I think you've just Googled what a hurdy-gurdy is.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's
I didn't know that's what
underwear.
it was called. I've seen them before
It's a
in
sex
several
toy.
places.
Mm.
Yeah. They sound pretty good
They do.
from what I've heard, but
They do.
did you say $2,000?
2,500.
Huh.
That's without shipping accounted for just yet.
You didn't buy any pens. God.
Bro, I save up for the important things, okay? Like this $280 axe. Or that really expensive dinner.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I save up for the important things.
things that make life worth living.
Exactly. I don't go out and spend money as soon as I get it. I hoard that shit.
Yeah.
Except when it comes to my fucking gym membership. That bitch has been draining me dry since January, and I still haven't gone to the gym. I need to disable it, but fortunately it's not taking money from me during the lockdown.
You should
Okay.
probably
So,
disable
yes.
Yeah.
I will, but I have to physically go in. They don't let you do it online. You can sign up online and put in your details and start sending them money, but you have to physically go in
that. That's
to
some
stop.
dodgy stuff.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, in all fairness, you are meant to go to the gym to exercise.
Yeah,
But then-
but evidently I'm not getting worth because I've been there twice in the past 7 months.
That's fair enough.
They're taking hundreds of dollars from me at this point. I probably could have just.
It's like a clever.
Whoa, I'd have so much money right now.
It's a clever idea though, because sometimes, well, I've only seen it in shows and stuff because it's funny, but like it's like a smart thing that they do, so they make you come in, and then they fucking bring Samantha to this hot gym person. She's like trying to make you stay and persuade you not to cancel your membership.
Well, fortunately for me, I'm only attracted to Vikings, so I'll be fine.
Fair enough.
Seems
Yes.
about right. What if there was a
Yes.
Viking to persuade you to not cancel your membership?
Damn, that'd be pretty.
He comes
Woof.
out with his axe and his great grand beard.
He's got a bigger beard than
He's
mine.
like,
and I'm
hey,
just like, whoa.
Kellen, don't, because then
Hey,
we all
bro,
can't be
I heard you trying to
Vikings.
cancel your membership. I think we could do pretty well if you stayed around.
I've got an axe, you've got an axe, we can axe together.
Exactly. We can bang our axes together.
That's what she said.
Damn, that's quite
yeah.
hard.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Oh,
yeah.
well. But
Hey,
still, I mean, this is just like me fully recognizing who I am as an individual. I have an axe, I have a beard, and I have a hurdy-gurdy. I'm a Norseman through and through. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels about right.
Yeah. It only costs a couple $1,000s. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get.
At some point, the Kratos cosplay.
That's basically just being shirtless and wearing a tiny little skirt. That's all. That's pretty. That's
Well,
pretty
that's a
much.
very, very minimalistic way of saying it, but sure. I also have to get a skin cap. I have to, like... Maybe I'll get a bodysuit. I don't quite have the frame of Kratos. Yes. Maybe, I mean...
There's not many
maybe-
people who
Yeah.
have the frame of a god.
A god. I'm a god boy. But yes.
God, I'm starting
No,
that
it's not. It's
impression.
not Christopher Judge. I can't do Christopher Judge.
No, not many people can.
I can do the old voice actor, but I can't do Christopher Judge.
That's true,
Yes.
and that's fine.
Yes. One day we'll do a God of War episode.
One
One
day,
day.
guys.
One day. Just like all the other episodes that we keep promising to do.
Avatar.
Yes, we'll eventually do that at some point. Either way.
I didn't realize we had such little time left in our break. I thought there's still a couple more weeks left
Mm.
for me to binge watch Avatar. But
We can,
Wow.
because apparently I'm going to be staying for 4 weeks.
yeah,
Oof.
but that we still have classes though. Like, well, you
Yeah,
might
but
be
it's
at home.
online.
Yeah, it's online.
No one
Yeah,
cares.
We can still
I
stay up
can't.
late and wake up late.
Yeah. That's what I've been doing in classes for the
I
past
wish
week
I
and a
could,
half.
but unfortunately, they decided that all my classes this semester are going to be in the mornings. So
Look, I literally have classes from 9 to 5 from Monday to Wednesday. You can deal with it.
I can't.
Come
bring
on,
myself
Brain.
to that.
You already take us off with your dinner times.
Exactly. You spend 2.5 hours
hours.
eating dinner.
Washing.
No, you eat for half an hour and then wash dishes for 2 hours because you're fucking shit at washing dishes.
No, look.
What are you doing?
No, no,
Are
no.
you French
Okay.
kissing
No,
the
no,
dishes clean?
Listen to
Are
me.
you making out with the dishes as you clean? Like, what are you doing?
Not
Are you using
quite.
the world's
Look.
smallest toothbrush?
No.
What are you doing?
I'm actually quite fine at washing dishes. Thank you very much. Like 30 minutes max usually. But the problem is, I discovered how good Bluetooth earphones are, and I've started listening to like other podcasts while washing dishes. So it takes me way longer than it
Then
did.
maybe you should
Disgraceful.
stop that and record with us.
Yeah.
Record
listening
an
to
actual podcast with us.
An actual podcast. That's pretty generous. Oh.
Well, I am the
Oh, wow, I
manager,
see
so I
how
have
it
to
is.
brag.
We have a manager, an Australian business number, and an axe. That's pretty
Hey.
official.
What? Try us.
Yeah.
How many
an
other
Australian
podcasts
business
have an
number?
axe?
We have
Yeah.
a business number? Really?
Yeah. Reggie has one anyways.
Yeah,
Oh.
obviously.
Naturally. Of
Fair
course, only.
Only
Yeah.
managers can get one of those.
Yeah. We don't need to know what the Australian business number is of the Any Last Words podcast.
It is
1,
69420.
And whatever Brandon said.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Fuck
6.
off now.
That's my line. Either way, yes, we should wrap up. If you like seeing some of the visuals that are lying around the fucking podcast website and all that shit on YouTube, check out ghosting_Jarlee on Twitter, Instagram, and other places. Shoot a DM her way because that's our resident artist, Jay.
Yes,
Mm.
sir.
She'll give you shit for money. It's pretty good shit.
Exactly.
I paid for shit for this fucking podcast, so
Mm.
you guys can pay for shit.
Yeah.
hmm
I
Do
don't
it.
mean you guys, I mean like the listeners, yeah. Fucking pay, use money, okay? Help
Spend it.
destroy capitalism.
Help us pay for
put
the
some more
hurdy-gurdy.
Exactly. Hurdy-gurdy fund. I'm starting it now. Patreon, hurdy-gurdy
Do it.
fund. Exactly. But yes, aside from that, check us out on Spotify, a bunch of other places, Spreaker. I don't know if we're on Apple Podcasts. I don't care because Apple users are retards and should just use Spotify anyways. But yes, that's it. Fuck off now.
Bye. Have a good life.
Adios.
See you next week.
Bitches.
Let it run for
Hopefully.
30 seconds.
Run.
Brandon is now running away from his responsibilities.
Always have been.
Always have been. I mean, I never face mine.
Yeah. Fair enough. I've got no oh well.
I face mine head on. This is why my brain
As one should.
is broken.
Whoop.
Guys, I'm losing my mind in this quarantine, I think. I
You already
haven't
have
left the house
Talon's
and
mind.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's one too many.
Dude, we've gone for 50 minutes. 50 minutes.
I mean, just do what I do and get some drugs online.
Exactly. This is a great ending to this episode.
It really
Last
is.
30
This is
seconds.
as
So much
good as
energy.
it gets.
You can tell how much quarantine has affected Sword. We are
Mm.
all dying.
I'm not having it anymore.
Either way, I think that'll do it.